When someone does something that's really effective, that's good. She was good at what she did. She wasn't amazing, she was effective. Oh, that course was awesome. No, it wasn't awesome, it was useful. This is a more effective word. And what we do with leaders is they become our colleagues, and we become adults in this journey together. So let's watch out for the elevation stuff. Because the reason you haven't done this before is your belief got in the way. Your belief was, I can't draw. My belief was, other people can, not me. Your belief was, there was a talent. Your belief was, I can only draw stick figures. And you might have even been self-deprecating, I'm hopeless at drawing. And you could have easily set up a whole internal structure, a story, a narrative that has kept you stuck within this. So when we start recognizing that skill is learnable, if it's possible in the world, it's possible for me, it's only a question of how, then we can become leaders of excellence regardless of circumstance. It's not about where you were born and what situation you were born into, what class you were born into, what socioeconomic, what environment, what kind of gender body, what kind of color skin. All of this stuff here, if you get socialized into that belief system, it can hold us back. So our understanding now of having that perpetual hunger to become better at what we do, nothing beats sheer competence. Jump into the experience, jump into the adventure, jump into the experiment, jump into the opportunity.
Our relationship's really emerging.
Yeah.
But talk about your passion about training trainers. And I mean, because we're planning on doing something together and we want these guys to know about it. Talk about some of the things you'd like to teach them.
Well, I don't know about you, but every time I walk into a room and I see people disconnected, shut down, or not engaged, I always ask myself the same question: who was here before me? And this is what, as educators, we have a responsibility for, to make every education and training experience exceptional. So how do you do that? And that's my passion, is how to create facilitators, educators, and trainers who are masters at what they do.
Sure, and then when we talk about mastery, I mean, when you look at the areas of humor or physiology, we talk about language. I mean, you break down every single piece of what someone needs to know. I mean,
well, everything for us is around methodology. I mean, every time you say anything, there's a method to it. Like, what words will you use, and in what sequence, where will you place emphasis, and when do you know when to stop? That's a method. How to use gestures and how to use them artfully. Eye contact with the audience. When is it too much? When is it enough? When are you failing to connect? And then story structure, physiology, the use of vocal intonation, the structure and nature of storytelling, the use of energy in artful and powerful ways, including humor. And I can go on and on and on and on.
Sure, and last thing, I mean, the way you use flip charts,
yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. I know that I talked to you about, coming and studying with you, but now we've talked about actually doing an event together.
Yes.
Talk about Vancouver, 2016, September, where you're going to be, or we'll be together. We're going to invite these guys to come.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that experience.
Well, I think taking trainers into the three domains that are so important around the craft of being able to educate and educate well is, first of all, presenting. That's a stagecraft and everything associated with that. Training, which is the imparting skills. So how do you embed behavior that's going to be long-lasting? And then finally, facilitation. So facilitation is to do with unfreezing people's rigid realities, opening them up to being neurologically receptive, and then installing strategies that can support them in their lives.
Sure. And of all the people I've ever worked with, I mean, Colin and I, we decided to work together because the balance of our work is just an incredible complement. So we want to invite you to come. I'll be talking about this on stage in a few minutes, but Colin, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I know you guys have enjoyed Colin's time here. Colin, how was Vegas?
Oh, look, I loved it, and I wish I could have stayed, but I have to get back to Australia, so enjoy the rest of the show, Peter.
Enjoy the play.
Thank you.